Now we'll talk about functions. So JavaScript function is a block of code designated to perform a particular task. A JavaScript function is executed when something invokes it or like calls it. We can see through the example also, like this is how function is written. Function has a name and then few parameters we can pass, and then we can execute the code like this. So let's see an example of function. Supposedly I have to write certain function. So function is predefined keyword, and let me name this function as name, or you can say my name. Now I'm going to pass parentheses, and now I'm going to pass curly braces. Now these curly braces, within these curly braces we will be writing the logic, and that is the body of the function. So whatever I have to invoke in the function, I have to write in the body. So the logic part will go inside. So supposedly I have to console log the output. So I'll console log the output, and I'll say this, and then we have to it is a sentence, or you can say it is a statement. Now I have to call this function. So for calling this function, I'll just write down the name of the function, I'll pass the parentheses, and I'll just end it here. Let me run it and see the output. See, the name is coming here. Now in case I have to pass certain kind of parameters here, so what can I do is I'll take another function name, you can say text. I'm going to pass the parameters here. Supposedly I have to specify the name, because in the above function we can only, you can see that only we have specified one single name. We cannot give multiple names. If I want to just change the name over here, like there's so many names, Mikhail, Daniel, Sandus. If I have to add the name without changing this particular block, so I can use it, and I can use it in another way. Like I can use it like this. I can pass the parentheses over here, like text parentheses of name, and then I can define the body, and I can write the logic here. Supposedly I'm going to write console.log, just pass this parentheses over here, and now here when I'm going to pass the function, when I'm going to call the function, so I have to write that what name I have to call. Supposedly I have to call this name. So let me run and check. So the name Daniel has come. Now if I'll call it again, supposedly I have to copy paste it without modifying the block, without modifying this function block. I can change the name over here. I can give some other name, and I can check likewise. So this way I can even add on a different name like this. Let's suppose I'll give my name. So this is how we can use function with parentheses. With with parameters. Now I can add multiple parameters here, like supposedly name. I can even add supposedly other details of this person. Supposedly I have to mention their favorite color. So what can I do is, there can be many more, like age also, but let me take 2 parameters only right now. And here also I have to add on like this. concat it with something like this. Just I want some space here, and then add color. Now if I'm going to run the function, so it is coming as undefined because I have not defined it here. So what I can do is I can define, supposedly it's blue, let me check, Daniel blue, or I can simply pass, and see I have given a space here, so here the space is coming. So I can even write like this. Loves the color. So see, Daniel loves the color blue. And likewise you can see that I can provide some space also. Like I have to concatenate the space. So like this I can provide. You can see, I have to add another space over here also. See, the entire sentence has come. Likewise I can add the other things here also. Supposedly I have to write green, or you can say here I can write pink. So let me run and see. So see, this is the result which I'm getting. So this is how you can pass many parameters, and these are called arguments, like the arguments which we are taking over here. Now in case I have to use this function for calculation, how can I use that? So I'll take a predefined keyword function. Let me add two values. Let me take two parameters as a or b, ab. You can take any name. Now I'll add a body. In the body, let's say a plus b, and I have to return this value. Now if I have to call this function, which is add, I have to pass two values, supposedly 20 and 30, but I have to console this also. Console log of add. Let's run and see. See, you will get the answer as 50. Now as many values as you want, you can pass over here. Supposedly you have to do big calculations, like something like this, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. Yeah, see, it has added these values and the answer has come. So this is how we can modify our function according to our need. Now if we'll talk about JavaScript if else and else if statements, then these are conditional statements that are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. Supposedly this is the way we can write and execute these statements. Like we have three conditions or two conditions over here. So in first condition, if the first condition is fulfilled, then that block of code will be executed and it will be true, and the rest of the conditions will be false. And likewise, if else if condition will be correct, then that condition will be executed and it will be true and the rest will be false. And likewise goes with the third one. So let's check it with an example. Now I have given these age groups. The first age group is toddler, which is the age between 1 to 5. Then the kid, age between 5 to 13. Adult, which is more than 13. You can say 13 or older. So I'm going to specify a variable. Let's take age as, I will be changing it, and okay, let's take it as 4. Now I have to apply these conditional statements. So I'll start with if this particular age, so I have to, for toddler it is more than equal to 5, less than equal to 5, then it should console log toddler. Now else if this particular age is more than 5 and this particular age is less than equal to 13, then it should come under the category of kid. And else I don't have to specify anything because both the conditions are fulfilled here. So it is understood that anyone who is more than 13 is considered as adult. So I'll just console log adult, and let's check. Right now the age is 4, so it should be toddler. You can see toddler is coming as an output. If I'll modify this and change this age as, let's keep in between this, like supposedly 11, so it should come as a kid. Yeah, you can see. And if I'm going to take it more than 13, which is like take it as 15, it should come as an adult. So it is coming, supposedly I'm taking 60. Yeah, now also it is coming as an adult. So this is how these conditional statements works. So now we'll talk about JavaScript loop. JavaScript loops are powerful tools for performing repetitive tasks efficiently. Let's see through few examples. So for loop, if I have to take out whole numbers, so I'll specify a variable, or you can say I'll take a variable I equal to 0, I is less than equal to 10. Just take it till 10, like from 0 to 10 I have to see I plus plus, and so log this I, and see the result. Run this and see, you got the whole numbers. Now I have to go check, take out the even numbers. So for that, what can I do is, for var, let me just comment it out. I is equal to 0, let's take till 20. Now I have to take out the even numbers. So this is how I get the even numbers. Let's see. Yeah, so if I have to check it from 1, so I can take it like this. Like if I have to mark it 1, then obviously the odd numbers will come. If I have to check the even numbers, so even numbers will come like this. Now if I have to use multiplication, or let's say for var j, I'm naming it as j. We can use anything like I, j, k, whatever. It's equal to 0. J less than 10. J plus plus. Let me comment it out. Now J, let's take the multiplication with 3 and just check. See, you'll get the multiples of 3. If you want to check 1, so it will come like this. Likewise, if you want to take off 12 or 11, whichever you want to take, so it will come up like this. Just comment it out. Now how can I use for loop in the function? So in the function, the benefit is that you don't need to rewrite every time. Like if I want to take out the like I have to take out the multiples of 3, 12 and so on, so I don't have to write it again and again. I will be just specifying that particular code inside the function, and after calling out that function, I can specify that in the arguments. Use for loop in a function, then how can I use? See, rather than specifying everything again and again, I take a function, let's say foo, give it a parameter of x, pass a for loop, let's say var k equal to 1, or let's say 1 only, k is less than equal to x, this one, k plus plus. Now I'm going to console log this, okay, and I have to call the function. If I'll call the function, and in this parameter I have to pass no argument. Supposedly I'm passing it as 2. Let's check. So 1, 2 will come, 1 and 2. If I have to change it, rather than rewriting it again and again, take it as 10. So it will come like this. You can even modify here, like k plus, supposedly k plus 20. Let's check. So you can get this answer.